get asked all the time about if a deal is a good deal, should you walk away from it? Should you make an offer on a mobile home? How do you know if you should move forward with a deal? And so I thought I would share with you in this quick video about what I use to determine whether or not something is going to be a good deal or if it's a walk away situation. So I was coaching somebody in my coaching group the other day, and we were looking at a mobile home that he was looking to flip. And what he wanted to know was, and he got this lead, and it seemed like it was going to be a really good deal because the seller was extremely motivated to sell. And so he knew that he could bring in a lower price probably than what the seller wanted. And so he was just trying to determine, though, is this going to be a profitable deal or not? So what we did, here's how we determined this for him. And this is what I use for all of my mobile home deals. I determine every single one of my flips the same way. How do I know if it's a good deal or if it is not a good deal? And the answer is simple. It's profit. Every single time I just run my numbers to determine the profitability. Now, if I have a mobile home that I'm looking at and I think that the seller wants too much for it, or possibly the rehab is way too much, or possibly it's going to take a really long time to rehab it and I'm going to have to pay a lot of expenses while I'm rehabbing, those are factors profit. So super, super important for you to know your numbers and to do the research for every single mobile home deal. And every deal is different. And so that's why people ask me, like, how do I know, like, what is a good rehab? What is your average rehab cost? Or what is your average price that you pay for a home? And honestly, the answer is all over the board when it comes to mobile homes. I've gotten free homes that I've made a profit on, and I've spent $100,000 on a mobile home that I've made a profit on. So the only thing that is the common denominator of all of those is the profit. And so every single time, the determining factor for me is, can I make a 100% return on my investment? Meaning, if I invest $20,000, purchase price, rehab, all of the expenses, all in for $20,000, then I want to make a $20,000 profit. So that means that I would be selling that mobile home for $40,000. But the way that you figure out your profit is you back up into that number. You should be determining your profit margin before you ever make an offer. So how this typically works for my formula is you start with your after repair value. You subtract out half of that would be your profit. Okay. So let's say your after repair value is $80,000, then $40,000 would be your profit. Then from there, you've got your expenses, and the other remaining $40,000 should be all of the other expenses. It should be your holding cost. It should be your offer price, and it should be the rehab expenses. So that is how I basically calculate every single deal. So when I was talking with this student of mine in the coaching group, we were just talking about, how does he come up with this after repair value? This is a new area for him. He's a brand new mobile home investor. How does he figure that number out? And that is, okay, you're not going to start off with your offer price. You're going to start off with your after repair value price. So we jumped into his market. We jumped into after repair values for that particular park, that mobile home park that he was looking in. And we came up with a number that made sense for him that he could sell a mobile home for once it had been rehabbed. That's really the beginning research that you're going to want to start doing, is figuring out your after repair value. And that's going to help you determine whether a deal is a deal or it's a no deal or no deal. So you got to do the research. You got to figure that out. But I wanted to make this quick video because I get that question a lot. How do you determine a deal or not a deal? So I'm going to put a resource down below for you if you're just getting really cool market of mobile home flipping and investing. So I will see you guys in the next video.